Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
You say that, but are you really? Oh, Forman, what do you got?
You know me, just basic hunting for moose.
That is
basic
really basic. Very basic.
I have
cooking.
ginger ale, so that's not
That's
even.
extremely basic.
Yeah, diet even.
I have
Ew, diet ginger ale.
Tastes
diet
the same.
ginger ale.
Why did they even make that?
Talk about
tastes the
vanilla.
same.
Wow.
I'm really into ginger ale lately, actually.
Oh, no, apparently you're not.
No, you're not. You're... This is due to underwhelming demand. It's a podcast. It is the podcast that would be the gizzard in your Thanksgiving turkey. How's that? I have no idea what that means, but I think
That's the thing that they
good.
like bag up and throw it out.
The gizzard,
I don't know
actually,
why it's in there,
I
right?
believe it's a stomach, isn't it, or a second?
Isn't it the neck? The neck
no,
of the turkey?
there is a neck. The gizzard is.
I don't know, but I sure am enjoying it.
Yeah,
Save
exactly.
the neck for me, Dave.
Ew.
Actually,
No,
it's a
I think it's like the heart and the liver or something.
no, it's a muscle. I just
A
looked at a
muscle?
muscle in the
Oh.
stomach of birds. It's definitely edible and delicious, and actually one of the most nutritious parts, despite the prominence of other poultry meat selections. It's high in protein. There you go. How
That's
about
why
that?
I usually boil
What
it
an
and feed it to the
educational-
dog.
What
Ew.
an educational podcast this is.
Yes.
This be
Who knew?
educational. And
knew?
we
This
have
be
a new
educational.
sponsor to tell you about. It's the Rachel the Thistle Theater.
Thistle Theater. Thistle.
Yes.
We have to be careful saying that. The Thistle Theater.
No, you don't. It's just
Thistle Theater.
It just does sound like you're lisping a little bit. when you say the
Theater.
more.
Theater.
Thistle Theater in Embro, and they've got a show coming up, and we're going to tell you all about it in a little bit. But thank you
Okay.
very much, Thistle Theater. Thistle
I
Theater.
won't be able to say it now.
No,
Hey,
we'll stumble.
you remember on a previous episode of the podcast that I discussed that my house was going to be on a home tour.
Oh,
Yes, that's right. Has that happened?
Yeah,
We haven't
Rachel,
missed
you were
it, have we?
coming. You were
Oh,
coming
yeah,
to the
I
home
didn't
tour.
go to that.
No, you didn't.
No.
Is it over?
It's over
Yeah.
now?
It just ended. Yes, it was this past week.
You didn't tell us.
No.
You didn't give us a heads up.
We don't know what
I
the
didn't tell
magazine
you the
was.
date. Of course, I
No.
didn't tell
We
you
didn't know
the
what
date.
the tour was.
Figure it
Come
out
on.
there yourself. You
Oh.
were coming.
Well, I
Anyway,
didn't.
you could still come, Rachel. Just let
Okay.
me know when, and I won't be here.
Oh, fine.
You'll still
Okay.
charge you
Fine.
money, though.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
$10 to get in.
$10 like everybody else.
To a haunted
Yeah.
house for
Like
Halloween.
everybody else. So,
Yeah.
It was $10.
I don't know. I have no
probably
idea
more
what it
than
cost
that.
to get in. It was a charitable event. So,
Oh, okay. Right.
and they've been doing this for some 30 plus years.
Right, okay.
These are houses
Who
that have
does
been.
it?
I'm trying
The
to
builders?
Yeah, it's the renovation people.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
They get together and they have a map, and people, you, if you sign up for the thing, there must be a website. I don't know. I didn't look it up. And
They
then
tell
you
you
can-
where you can go.
Yeah, they tell you
Okay.
here's the locations, and you can.
And then
come
what
and all of
happens?
that.
You just leave your door unlocked and people let themselves in and go
Well,
through?
here's the deal. So you're not here. We decided not to be. I could have stayed, but why would I? I don't want to
Oh. Yeah.
stay and watch people.
No, I
I
wouldn't.
don't want to hear what they say about my house. I
Right.
don't really.
Yeah,
I
no
want-
thanks.
Nobody.
I don't want
wants
to hear
that.
your judgment. Thank
No,
you.
no. So no, we did leave, but I will tell you that leading up to, and I think we talked about it. They offered a cleaning lady. It was actually, I believe, and I wasn't here for that either because I made sure I wasn't in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pair of cleaning ladies who came on the Friday. So the event itself was on a Sunday. They came on the Friday.
Okay.
I cleaned the house from top to bottom on the Thursday.
Of course.
Because
Why
I
did
have
you
clean. Because I have cleaning people coming. I'm not going to have them come into my house with crap all over the place. I'm going to clean.
Oh, you tidied.
No, I cleaned quite a bit.
Oh,
Not
my-
just tidied. I vacuumed. I dusted.
What? They're coming to do that.
I don't care. Rachel, don't you don't clean for your cleaning people?
I tidy for them, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
there's
to
a-
put things away.
I think you guys have.
So they can
you
clean
have a cleaning
around
lady
things.
that comes every week, don't you?
Yeah, every other week, yeah.
Yeah.
In
So
my
you're
case,
old-
she lives here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're
I'll
over.
tell her you said that.
Yeah. You're over
She'll
this
hear
now.
this.
You don't clean for the cleaning lady anymore. But I made sure, well, I better make sure it's clean.
Right.
And then what happens is, and I don't know if you do this because I've never had a cleaning lady ever in my life. When your cleaning lady comes, are you out of the house or in the house when that happens?
I usually try and be out.
Okay. When you
Try
come
and
back,
be
you
out.
inspect.
Not really.
You don't care.
No.
Well, you don't have people that are going to tour your house.
Yeah.
So we inspected.
Yeah.
Some was good. Some was not so good.
Did you
Okay.
test? Did you dust ever except a little section and to see?
You
then
put
you
a
come back
glove
and see
on.
if it was dusted.
You put
a little
glove
line,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. You put
Yeah.
a glove on. You test all over the place.
I think
Yes.
I think I'd test if I've got a new person, just to see
Yes.
how. Yeah. Then I'll be like, that's fine.
Okay.
Because I know my kids are gonna mess it up as soon as they come home, so I really can't have high standards.
Well, you wouldn't be letting anybody
not
tour
that.
your house, but we wanted to
Oh,
make
God,
sure that
no.
the house looked
No.
good. So not only did I do all of that, but then the next day on the Saturday, I had to make sure the lawn was freshly cut. Of
course.
And for
Yes.
some reason, because of we had gone for quite a while with a dry spell. A lot
That
of
sucks, doesn't
leaves
it?
had fallen out of my tree. I don't know why, but
I thought you had Don't you have a sprinkler system?
But that has nothing to do with the stress on your trees. I think leaves fall
I
because
see.
of stress. I think.
I think they fall because the season's changing.
Well, that's true too. But my tree normally, the tree out in front of my house, Forman, they don't start falling. I'm out there at the end of November picking up leaves because they take so long.
I feel like
So
they turned early this year, though. So
That's
I don't
stress.
think
I
it's only
believe
you.
some of it is stress. We haven't even
Okay.
had as
All right.
we record this, we
Sure.
haven't even had a frost. That
No.
normally will make the leaves change quickly. So I'm out there bagging leaves. I'm out there trimming. I'm cutting the grass. I'm doing all that stuff. Then we had some friends come over, and they were terrific. They were helping us decorate. We had pumpkins here, and we had fall decorations there, and we had the table. The dining room table is set with napkins and all
Wow.
of these little things. We didn't even think about all of that.
Yes,
stuff. We
no,
thought,
you
we
have to
better-
stage your
You
home.
better make sure you stage your home.
Yes.
So all of this work, and then our friends came over early on the Sunday. We're working, and I'm vacuuming again, and I'm doing all this stuff. And then the company shows up, and everybody walks in your house, and they're tracking stuff into the house. And I'm like, well, I just want out of here. Please let me out of here because I can't do anything about it. So they come, and you don't do. But as I left, and this was the fun part for me, as I was leaving, they had a big sign on our lawn and a couple of signs pointing you in the neighborhood to the house that you had
To
come
your
from.
house, yes, you're
Yeah,
it.
and they
Dave's
leave the
house.
door
Yeah.
open, and it's 5 hours. Like we just
Wow.
left so we did the Ilderton Fair, and
Okay, there
we
you
went
go.
for lunch. We did a bunch of things. So we were trying to busy ourselves.
Right.
But as I was leaving, here's the thing. So when I left, it didn't start till 11 a.m. I left. We were out of the house and getting ready to leave at 10:45, and there was a couple, an older man and a woman who drove up and decided they wanted in right at 10:45.
Okay.
Doors open. I'm coming in. I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. Sit in your car. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
You can't be early. I'm not
Yes.
ready for you yet.
What's wrong with you?
Right.
But the other funny thing is one of my neighbors, I think, knew that this was happening. I think they knew it was happening because there were some
What, did
signs.
the signs give it away?
Well, there were signs and stuff like that. So they were hosting a garage sale, which I thought was pretty clever.
Oh, actually, that's very
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty smart.
Yes, they
I thought
should.
That was pretty smart.
All the
So-
children should be selling lemonade
right.
that day.
Well, that's right. There's
Yeah.
people in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And then, as all of this is taking place, and just as we were getting ready to drive off, I noticed my neighbor. You know my neighbor.
Oh, the
Oh,
boo hag.
that one.
That's her.
The boo hag.
The boo hag.
Yeah.
Is out front of the house going, what's going on?
Oh, you're gonna love
What's-
this lady.
What's going on?
Just
and
you wait.
You have to see, you truly have to see this woman. She literally has her hands on her hips and her head swiveling. What's going on? What's happening
The neighborhood
here?
didn't clear this with me.
What's going on? I want to see what they did with that house. Maybe I'll go
Yeah.
in. What's going on?
She's got to
she
pay
go
to get
in?
in there.
Did she
I don't
go
know. I
in?
have no idea.
Oh,
I hope not.
I bet you she did.
I
I
hope
bet
they-
you she tried.
I hope they charged her double.
Oh, I bet you she was in there like a dirty shirt.
All I know is we were looking for you, Rachel. You didn't show up. What can I
No,
say?
you weren't even there. Why
How
would I
did you
go?
know?
Yeah, you wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have, and you didn't tell me about it. You didn't tell
I
me
did
the
tell
date.
you about it. I just
Well,
didn't
you
tell
told me about it, but not
I
the
didn't tell you
date.
when.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the Boo Hag's photo wasn't up at the front door. Don't let this woman in.
It should have been. That's so funny.
Do not serve.
She absolutely went in, or at least tried.
I'm pretty sure she would have. This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast that's like eating a big Thanksgiving feast. When you're done, you'll be a little sleepy. We're sorry. You can't, most people say that.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? The
Don't
tryptophan?
oversell.
The tryptophan of
Oh,
podcasts.
that's a myth.
Is it that tryptophan
No.
is a myth?
Yes, it's really
No.
because of all the carbs. It's all the mashed potatoes and pie.
Oh, I
That's
thought
why
it
you
was-
fall
Exactly. Of course
asleep.
it is.
Oh, that's too
of course,
bad.
Of course it is.
I didn't know tryptophan was a myth.
I don't know what makes you sleepy after listening to this, but it's like that. It's just like that. And this
All right.
fine podcast is brought to you by a new sponsor, the
Yeah.
Thistle Theater. How about that?
Yes.
Didn't sound like I was lisping.
Lisping.
No.
No,
Yes,
not at all.
thank
the
you
Thistle
to the
Theater.
The Thistle Theater, yeah. They're in Embro, and they've got a show coming up called The Ladies Foursome. The Thistle Theater is the little theater with a big heart in Embro. They also have children's camps and stuff, too. I was checking out their website.
Cool.
But they have a show coming up called The Ladies Foursome, and it plays in November. They say it's maybe not suitable for children given some of the content of the show. And I have been in a ladies foursome, and I can confirm not suitable for children. So I've never seen this play.
They
But-
describe it as such. The day after their friend Kathy's funeral, Margot, Tate, and Connie gather for a round of golf in honor of their recently departed fourth.
Oh, it's a
Mm.
golf
There.
play. I love golf plays.
Yeah,
'Cause
there they are
There
joined
literally
by-
aren't any.
This is right up your alley, Dave.
Yes.
So there they're joined by another woman, an old friend of Kathy's they'd never met. Over 18 holes, secrets and confessions unravel as the women discuss love, sex, children, and everything in between.
Oh, I'm in.
Okay.
Sign me up.
Yes.
That sounds like fun, but it's
Yeah.
not about golf.
It is about golf. They're golfing the whole
Well,
time.
yes, but it's just what.
Sit against the background of a golf round.
Yes. When men play golf, they don't discuss love,
Anything?
sex, children, and everything in
Oh,
between.
No
God.
secrets, no
Yeah.
confessions unraveling.
Oh,
No,
They don't
that's
discuss
why there's no
anything.
plays
we
about
don't
a
do
men's
that.
foursome.
No. But I'm sure that's why this would be an interesting play, because a men's foursome, if it was called the men's foursome, just go to the bathroom because it's nothing. The ladies
Nothing happens.
foursome. Yes.
It'd be a
this
very
is-
short play. Is
This
that what
would
you're
be
saying?
interesting. That's right.
Yes, well, I think this is what people talk about when women, when they golf or
Of course.
anytime they're together. Anyway, the shows are running November 8th, 9th, 14, 15, and 16 at the Thistle Theater, and also the 10th also. And so you can get your tickets online at thistle-theater.com, or you can call the box office 226-785-3353. They're online. They're on Facebook. You can find them there. Thistle Theater in Embro.
Yeah, they're
Like
at the
see this.
old Embro Town Hall, and they say this funny, fast-paced, heartwarming story is by Canada's most produced playwright, a definite hole-in-one.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Norm Foster wrote the play, so that's
All right. The Ladies
Yes.
Foursome Thistle Theater. Thank you so much for your support.
Well, you know who's been supporting me lately, which is kind of cool.
Segue.
Is it a
Thank
segment?
you very
kind of
much.
a segue. Sort of. That would be an SS sort of segue.
Sort of segue. All right.
Sort of.
The
Rachel's
Dor-
favorite.
Yeah.
Your favorite, the
Yeah.
SS.
The Dorchester Signpost, the newspaper, had
Mm-hmm.
an article about me, and they wrote an article just, I don't even really know how
About
I added to
you?
the paper. Yes.
What
I
about
know.
you?
It's kind of a cool thing.
You're
Just-
nobody anymore.
I know. I'm surprised that they even cared. But they talked about how I used to be somebody, and now I'm nobody. So
Funny, a
that's
newspaper
basically-
would focus on a story like that.
Makes no sense.
That's right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I was a somebody, and now I'm a nobody, and that's basically what the whole article's about. Just me.
And how much you were enjoying being a nobody, or how much you missed being a somebody?
Well, both, I guess. I did notice after the interview that I say really a lot, because I say, oh, I really loved radio. I really loved my coworkers. I really loved, because the woman who interviewed me, Lee, she wanted to know about radio and how we did things and, our show and stuff like that. Maybe some of the other stuff I'd done before I worked with you guys. And now what I'm doing after. So,
there are like 3 sentences in a row where you're quoted as saying, we really had such a wonderful community of people listening.
Yeah.
I really loved being on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I really miss doing the radio show and working with the team every day.
Mm-hmm. Like, expand your vocabulary, Rachel, right?
Rachel.
I should have been like,
words.
Feel free to edit that if you want. You don't have to quote me verbatim there.
Word for word.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, it was nice. They did a little article about me and our radio show and what we used to do, how I kind of got started working in radio in the first place, and now what I'm doing now, which is voiceover work, and I have my own business. I work from home.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was kind of cool.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess. I wasn't really sure what I was adding to the newspaper.
I'm sorry, what is the name of the newspaper?
The
what?
Dorchester Signpost.
Okay. And what's their circulation right now?
I don't know.
Like,
I get
probably
it,
about equivalent to the circulation of this podcast.
I get it in my mailbox.
Yeah,
I get it in
right.
my mailbox. Yeah.
Oh, it comes for free?
Sometimes it comes
you get
for
it
free.
in your mailbox.
Not always, though. We don't get it every week.
Where do you live? Main Street, like USA,
it just comes,
1965?
It comes through the post office.
Where are you getting
It's in my,
newspaper?
my post office box.
Who delivers? The paper boy come by and throw it on your front porch?
No, we do have a
Come
paper boy
on.
that delivers like the flyers and stuff. We have a little paper boy that does that.
Is this like the Dorchester equivalent? Because I think it's like once a month or once every 2 months we get a copy of Hometown St. Thomas.
What is that?
Yes, probably.
Well, it's a magazine that's mostly ads.
It's a magazine, though.
Yes, like you can
it's a
flip through
magazine.
it. It's
No,
on the
this
back
is a
of the
news-
toilet.
It's a newspaper.
Okay.
Yes.
No, this is the
actual
newspaper.
Does it have actual
can
news?
buy
Because the fact that you are now you have your own your
I'm
own
not
business.
news. I was kind of like, really? You want to write about me? But okay,
you're
that's
definitely
sure.
not news. That's old news.
It is. Yeah, it is old. Yeah,
It looks like you
Like,
filled
that
up
should have been
space.
that should have been a headline when you quit. Don't you think?
Rachel quits. No one cared when we quit.
No, nobody cared.
Nobody really. I don't think people really care.
I'll tell you who did. My wife cared when I quit.
Yeah. How are you going to make money, David?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed a
you got
couple of other. I mean, obviously, you're taking up space between the Jackson Pools and the Dale Equipment ads. So
yes,
there was some
right.
free space in there, so they had to get something on the paper.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
just the section about me.
But
yeah.
I enjoy how you reference your time on the radio as being on BX93. That is printed at least 2 or 3 times, BX93.
Which
No
it wasn't.
other name of the radio station.
Yeah, there was a
I
different
didn't
name.
really. I didn't. Yeah. No, it's Pure Country 93 now. I didn't. Did I reference BX93?
Looks like the writer did once.
Okay.
And you did once.
Oh, did I? Okay.
You did.
Shame on you. You know we
Shame.
weren't supposed to ever do that.
Never say it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Remember when we would all mess that up?
Yeah, what
We'd
are they
be
going
like-
to do about it?
It's
Exactly.
anyway. It was nice
me
of them
ask
to
you,
feature me, which is kind of cool.
What kind of questions were they? Did they get into? Like, how is your psyche now that you are no longer anybody?
No, maybe they
do
should
you
have though.
miss?
'Cause
Do
that's
you
a hard
miss
thing.
the fame, the fortune, the free concert tickets?
Yeah.
The Smile cookies when it's Smile Cookie
Smile
Day.
cookies, yeah.
The
Dairy Queen Day.
The Dairy Queen
Miracle
shakes when it's
Treat
Dairy
Day-
Queen
Treat Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you,
that's true.
Do you how has
How
that
is it that no one
has that
cares?
impacted your life?
I have to say that took me, and maybe you guys could. It took me a little while to get used to that. That literally, people, I'm nobody now. Because
Yes.
you were
No,
for
you
10
you
years.
literally
you were,
are nobody now.
and I
For-
think when
for
when
sure.
radio people leave, and it by no means are we celebrities at any huge level.
Well,
but
on the
you
on
have
the
some
scale of
notoriety.
on
You
the
have some
scale of
notoriety
celebrity-dom, I would say we're like one
at the very bottom. Yeah.
at the one.
Yeah,
maybe.
but I think this is why it's hard for a lot of radio people to leave, because it's hard to give that up. It's hard to give that up.
That wasn't that
And
hard
it's a
for me.
change. Well, I really didn't think I'd miss it. I missed some of it. Some of the things I miss, some of the things I really don't miss. So yeah, it's a bit of an identity shift when you leave.
Well,
And
Well,
you
we're
change,
getting more
and
out
you're
of
not
this
doing it
little
anymore.
conversation on the podcast than they ever got out of the Dorchester. What's the name
Yeah,
of the
that's
newspaper
right.
again?
Dorchester
Because
Signpost.
I don't think it's worth $1.50.
This is
They
an
didn't pry.
addendum to that.
Yeah, they didn't pry. They didn't ask, like, how's
They
your
didn't
psyche
pry.
now?
No.
$1.50 for
How's
that.
your
it's
self-worth
$1.50.
now that you're nobody?
It's all right. Like I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay.
No,
I knew what I was giving up. I
The
knew
way
what
they
I was
worded
giving
it
up.
was the allure of being on the airwaves, coupled with a desire to avoid a mundane desk job, drew her towards the captivating world of radio.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
I
even
knew.
know what that means, but
Well,
okay.
I didn't want a 9-to-5 corporate job. And so I don't have
No,
that.
you definitely didn't.
I
So
didn't
there
have
you go.
that, and I still don't,
Yeah.
which is nice. Because I found that to be boring. That's not what I wanted.
Did you
but-
ever do that?
No,
Well, then
No,
how do you know
I
it's
didn't.
boring?
I just thought it would be boring.
These are other questions she should have asked you.
Right? You guys really should have. You should have
Yeah,
interviewed me.
we
And
sh-
Yeah.
Yeah, the next time somebody
Yeah.
wants to write an article about Rachel, I'll go do the interview.
Great.
You know what would have
Great.
made this more captivating
What?
is every time you mentioned BX93, you could have mentioned that you couldn't have done it without your
Without
two
your
favorite
friends,
boys.
Dave and Forman.
Dave and
but of course,
Forman.
did our
Yeah.
names come up at all in this
The
conversation?
the very last paragraph. The only reference to either of us or this show
Yeah.
is the last sentence
Uh-huh.
that simply says, if you miss listening to Rachel, Dave, and Foreman, you can catch them on their podcast due to underwhelming demand. That's it.
You didn't even tell her that. She
She had to figure it
She
out for
just knew
herself.
it. She
Yeah, she just knew it.
she just knew it. Yeah. There you
okay.
go.
Yeah.
Next time, I'll be sure to bring you guys up sooner in the interview.
I don't think you will.
Not if you're doing the interview.
This is due to underwhelming demand with Dave, Rachel, and Foreman, the podcast. That would be the cranberry sauce at your Thanksgiving dinner, because
We're so sweet.
not everyone gets it. That's a good joke. I'm telling
It's
you.
not a good joke
That's
anymore.
a great joke.
I get it.
No,
I don't know why you're
I'm
just
not
keep
sure
saying
you
it.
do. I don't. You didn't know that's where I was going.
I love cranberry sauce. I get it.
See, you don't get the joke. Once again,
It still works.
it's still over. Anyway,
Still works.
okay, it still works.
Okay,
Still
fine.
works.
Well, not everyone gets me, as it turns out.
Uh-oh.
Good segue.
We're just
That's
hitting
not
it with the
bad.
segues
That's not
today,
bad.
guys.
That's not bad.
How come his was good and mine sucked?
Because his was better.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't. It was the same. It was the same kind of thing.
Look, not everyone gets those either.
Okay. All right, fine.
Even better.
Okay.
Are we being hard on you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Your signpost article
Because
sucks.
somebody will tell us that we're being hard.
Let's deep dive into therapy.
That's right. That's
You could have mentioned this in the article, but
right.
you didn't.
Yeah, sure.
you could have.
That's right. I
but you
should have.
didn't. You
No, I was mentioned on the Ingersoll Unplugged Facebook group.
Were you?
Really?
Wow. How did
Okay.
that happen?
Is this bigger than the Dorchester signpost? Because if it isn't, I'm beginning to think I don't care.
Well, the group it's public, and it has over
Okay.
17,000 members.
Oh, I think
Okay,
it's probably
wow.
bigger than the Dorchester signpost.
Well, I don't know. The Dorchester. How many people live in Dorchester area?
I don't
It's
know.
a whole area.
I don't
know.
believe they're going to sponsor the podcast after this.
Not
though,
now.
So I can tell you that.
No, they hate us now.
They can afford to because they get $1.50 a copy.
It is high, I think.
But they send free copies sometimes.
Then the $1.50 is even higher.
Okay. That's. I think other newspapers cost a lot more.
The podcast that's like the Dorchester signpost. Not everyone gets it.
Not everyone gets it.
Not every week, anyways. Okay.
Thanks, Forman. I think I'm going to do that joke every week now.
No,
Every
no,
week.
no.
Every week I can do it.
Okay.
I'm sure I can find a way.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Tell us about Ingersoll
Well, yeah.
Unplugged. Is it like the St. Thomas happenings? Is there a lot of crazies on there?
Similar, yeah, because the population of Ingersoll is only about 13,000, and there's 17,000 members in this group. So, I mean, I'm a member, and I don't live in Ingersoll.
Right, sure.
Really?
Yeah.
13,000 is the population of Ingersoll?
13,600 and something, yeah.
And how many are in the group?
17,600.
Okay. Well,
All right,
people
so-
maybe moved away. I don't know. They live in the area.
Some of us just enjoy a good
they're
big
just
old bowl of
creeping.
popcorn.
They're
That's
just
right, yeah.
they're sitting back creeping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They let me in.
Don't let anybody in.
All right. So how did they find you on there?
Well, because I sent a message to a member,
Okay.
and she posted a screenshot of said message.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
That's always scary. What did you
So
say?
what are you messaging to a member of the Ingersoll? What is
Well,
it called?
Ingersoll Unplugged.
Ingersoll
And
Unplugged.
and there are 28 comments.
Oh.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I was not thrilled to see that notification, and
Yes.
I was not
Yeah.
looking
Like,
forward to
uh-oh,
reading
what
it.
I hope you were
What did I
kind. And what
say?
did you say? What did you do?
So, what I said to her, and the problem is that fun fact, Forman's not my real name.
Right.
And fun
No.
fact, I have a Facebook page called Forman from the Radio,
Right.
so that can be this public Forman
Right.
on Facebook.
Yeah. Sure.
But your page can join a Facebook group, but a page can't message a Facebook group member.
Right.
So I have to message people if I want to talk to them.
Through your
me.
personal Facebook page.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yes.
there's a picture of my profile picture and my name, Andrew,
Uh-oh.
sending a message saying, "Hey, Monica, I host a show each afternoon on 104.7 Heart FM out of Woodstock, and am fascinated by your lobsters from the Ingersoll Independent. Would you have a quick minute later today to talk about it and give them a big shout out over the phone for our listeners? Foreman."
Okay.
Wow.
What's with
What
the
are
lobsters?
What are the lobsters? What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Does she own the Independent?
No. But she had a whole, and actually on the radio last week, I did end up talking to her and got it on the air and got her story. It was actually a really nice story.
Okay.
That Tremblett's, your independent grocer, their lobster tank broke. And so she wanted to get lobsters from Independent and put a post on Ingersoll Unplugged saying, well, now where am I going to get lobsters? Because now I can't get them from the Independent. The meat manager there and the owners both saw the post, contacted her the same day, and got her 3 lobsters the same day as her post. She never called them directly. She never asked them directly. They just
Wow.
reached out and did it for her.
Small towns. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And it was her birthday, and she's from Newfoundland, so seafood's
Okay.
right up in her, right up her
Yes.
alley, and it was the most perfect thing.
I
She
see
told
why
me
she
her
wanted-
heart grew 2 sizes that day.
That's
so
nice.
What a lovely little story.
Where in Ingersoll do you get lobsters?
Independent.
No, but where did they get them? I'm a
I don't
little.
know. They bring them in
ocean?
No, I
somewhere.
think this is a nice story.
Where do they
Don't get
get
me
all their
wrong.
food?
This is the cynical nature of who I
Of Dave.
am, and I am quite cynical.
You get it from that tank at the
feel
Halifax
like
airport.
I get that the lady that you're talking to here is from Newfoundland.
Yeah.
Right.
She would know a fresh lobster probably better than I would.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Well, they're only as
So-
fresh as they can possibly be by the time they get to
sorry,
Ontario.
What are they getting? A crick down there in Ingersoll where they're fishing lobster? Like what's going on here?
Well, they're not
Giant
fishing them
mutant
from
crayfish.
there. So if
Yes.
if the tank at the Independent was broken, how did they get her any?
I don't know. They just did.
So
Th-
they
that's
had
the question.
some somewhere.
I mean, I don't have the page view amount of time that the Dorchester signpost has to get into all the details.
Right. Yeah.
You got to get to a bit on the air. You got to get to the point.
Yeah.
Say something funny. Get
She
out.
needed
Play another
lobsters.
song.
That's
Right. She
very
got
good.
'em.
Very good
Okay.
for me. Okay, so we got lobsters.
Yes.
You're in, you're out, all good.
Right.
Yeah, but she posted this screenshot of me asking her about that
Yeah.
with the caption, "I've never had this happen before." And then edit, they'll be calling me next week. And then there's 28 comments.
Okay. So what are
Uh-oh.
people saying about you, Foreman?
They go as far. Sarah Lynn says, "I got a message from Foreman a couple of weeks back. He's
Oh.
so nice to chat with."
Uh-oh.
Great.
Glenna says, "He's awesome. I've had him call me a couple of times and he played it on Heart."
Great. Okay.
Tanya says, it just happened to my friend Alyssa about the seagulls in Ingersoll, and she was on the radio. It's legit.
It's legit. He's legit, people.
Yes.
Here he is.
Scarlett, Forman is
Forman,
awesome to talk to. Brenda, just sharing a feel-good story about a great business. Yes. Carla says, OMG, Forman is awesome. Good job. Megan says, Forman is the best. If you don't, you should listen to the Dave, Rachel, and Forman podcast due to
that's
Underwhelming
nice.
Demand.
Yes,
There we
that's
go.
right.
We get a
Yes.
shout out in the what? The Ingersoll whatever.
Ingersoll
it is.
Unplugged.
All
Yes.
right. I love that.
Yes, Jen
Great.
says, yes, he reached out to me regarding the recycling bins that were set on fire on Labor Day weekend.
Oh my! Who set them on fire? That's dumb.
Amber says, he's awesome. He's helping getting the word out for my son's bottle drive.
Okay, perfect.
This goes on.
I mean, there's a bottle
Who
drive.
set them on fire? That's terrible.
Some right? I don't know.
Fire.
Yeah.
Foreman, your show prep. So if you don't
It's
know,
all from
we
Ingersoll
call-
Unplugged.
Yeah, show prep is what we do before we even turn on a microphone. We're supposed
Yeah.
to have some idea of what we're going to talk about. That's what you do. You're constantly
Looking for stuff.
looking for things to talk about. And
Right.
Foreman found an avenue.
Yes.
He had told us about this when we were all working together because he
Foreman
was.
loves
What's the
to-
St. Thomas one that
St.
we were
Thomas
all
happenings.
The
Oh,
St.
fuck.
Thomas.
yeah.
We were constantly on that looking
Yes.
for bits, and we got them. We got
Oh, of
bits
course.
from there, right? So now,
Yeah.
Foreman, you have been outed.
Yes.
Your whole
And now-
show prep is in Ingersoll on this.
And now everybody in the comments is saying, yeah, Foreman contacted me.
It's exactly.
And now,
That's what
not
he
only
does.
do they not feel special because they're all getting a copy and paste type of message from me,
That's exactly right.
but they've also revealed my shtick to the world that I'm not
Exactly.
just doing this in Ingersoll Unplugged.
No,
Right.
you're doing it everywhere.
You're doing it on all the Facebook
I'm doing it
pages.
on Not Talk Tilsonburg. I'm
Not
doing it on
Talk?
What's Up Embro and Area.
Wow.
I'm doing it
okay.
on St. Mary's Life,
I knew
Stratford
it.
Connect, What's Up Thamesford.
Wow. Okay. You're everywhere, Foreman.
I know.
You're a man of the region, I feel like. So that's what you
That-
gotta be. And
That's
people love
that's
you.
make
The
him a
reviews
man of
are
the
in.
region. He's sucking them for.
I know.
Well, the reviews are in. People love that
Well,
stuff.
it's kind of ruining. I mean, the sausage tastes pretty good until you see how it's made.
That's true. Yeah. But what a chef.
Yeah.
Who set them on fire? That's terrible. My favorite comment. I love that.
Why?
I don't know. It's
It's
just
terrible.
so you. You were very upset about the.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't even
Why?
know. The recycle bins had been set on. Who set them on? This is due to Underwhelming Demand. It's a podcast. It's Dave, Rachel, and Foreman. Thank you to the Thistle Theater, our new sponsor this week. We appreciate your support. If you would like to sponsor this fine podcast, how do you, Rach?
You email us, daverachelforeman@gmail.com, and we can set you up with some pricing info, see what you think. Prices begin at $75 an episode. Very affordable, very affordable. We know our place, so you can email us at daverachelforeman@gmail.com.
Yes, we do. Or you can get a hold of us on social media. And don't forget, you can watch our podcast on YouTube. If you're not watching, you wouldn't know that I have my... I have another of my Watkins Glen shirts on today. That
Misspelled.
these $10 bucks is like free. It's free.
I
It's
mean,
free.
you can't walk away from
by
that.
the way, go Tigers. There you go. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Well, I mean,
All right.
even just the eye rolls on all of us are worth the price of admission.
Sure, why not? Watch us on YouTube. Now we'd like to get your feedback, and you can get a hold of us, of course, daverachelforeman@gmail.com. Anywhere at all, you can comment wherever you feel you want to comment, and we love to hear from you.
You can even leave us voice memos in Facebook Messenger. We have a couple actually this week.
Oh, wow.
But there's been one that's been sitting there for about a month that we keep not getting to. So I want to get to it from Dave Powery.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
We'll do you right off the top, Dave.
Okay.
Hey guys, Dave and Elmer here. Nice to see that Scotty was back on the other day. That was nice to hear.
Yeah.
Couple of thoughts over the last couple of episodes. For the adult alone time. Dave will understand this because he is a teenager like we do. You say, hey, do you know the kid's staying over at the friend's tonight? Yeah, that's one thing. I might be letting the cat out of the bag here, but Rachel, Forman, when the guys go and check on the kids before bed to make sure that they're sound asleep and their white noise machines are on and all that stuff, that's a signal right there. Also,
Okay.
Enough at the hunting camp because you heard the scratching that's likely always been there, but this time you were sober enough to notice it.
Yeah, you noticed.
Have a great day, guys. Talk soon.
Thank you for that roundup.
Thank you
That
very
is
much.
so
Dave.
funny.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you're making sure the kids are
They're asleep, honey. Don't worry. They're
tucked
sound
in,
asleep.
then that's right. But that's a different topic.
Yeah, I thought he was just
feel
gonna
like that's
say-
a completely different topic.
Why
If
is
you
that
send
different?
dad, because it's the topic is when you send dad to go check on the kids, he doesn't. And he just tells you he did and they're
Yes,
asleep.
that's right.
That's what that is.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So
Well, go
that's
check on the
not
kids
actually-
first.
Yeah,
No.
I did. They're
I was
fine.
gonna say I don't
Yeah,
think
they're
Jeremy
fine.
ever
Yeah,
checks on
it's
the
fine.
kids.
Everything's
He's just
fine.
like, yeah, they're in bed, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
care.
fine.
Now take off your clothes.
Yeah,
They're asleep.
they're asleep. All right.
They're asleep.
We have a bunch of comments. We have a whole bunch of comments that we have to get to. We may not get them all this week, but I talked about a few weeks ago how you see the months of the year, how you visualize them. And I had to think about this for a minute, but I visualize the months of the year as a U shape. And it's like January starts at the top and then it goes down the U. And at the bottom is like the summer, like June, July, August. And then it starts coming back up for the fall. At the top of the U again is December. And then it goes across and then it starts again. Well, anyway, Jordan wrote to us, Jordan Simmons. She says, a few weeks ago, Rachel asked how you see the months of the year. I have always seen the calendar months as a clock. January is at 12 o'clock. December is at 11. I've never met anyone else who visualizes the calendar like I do.
Well,
I
you
don't
kind of do. I mean, yours is a U, but that's
Mine's a
kind
U.
of a.
But you guys said you just see like the calendar. 'Cause
I
that's
don't
what's
see
it.
that. I tried to explain to you the amount of light, sunlight, and all of that stuff is U-shaped, but that makes no
yeah.
sense. But
Yeah. And
no,
Forman
I
sees
don't
colors,
really.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. Seeing January at 12, does that mean February is 1 and then March is 2? Because
Yeah.
that's confusing.
That's confusing. I feel like it should go the
Yeah,
other
that
way.
could be confusing.
January's got to be at 1, Jordan. Come on.
Yeah, she says December's at 11. So yeah, January, February would be at number
gosh.
1. Yeah. But
Oh,
there's
that's
12
hard.
months and 12 hours. So
Well,
Yeah,
December
that would
I see
confuse
how
me.
she-
See, February would be 1 then. Yeah, that's confusing.
Oh,
Right.
Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever meet someone who visualizes the calendar like you do.
you're like, it's like a month off.
Yeah.
January should be number 1.
Yeah.
But I see that it should be at the top too. So I don't know. That's why I think it's a U. Anyway, thanks for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
That fascinates me, that kind of stuff.
Well,
you know?
you brought up the bumper sticker thing, wondering
Yes.
what do you have a bumper sticker? What is it? Scarlett said, I had a sticker on my backside window that my spouse bought me at the Western Fair that said, whatever. I used to say whatever a lot. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I miss Rachel's raw thoughts when she was watching wrestling.
Oh, yes. I did that for a short winter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they always made me laugh with her facial expressions.
Oh, that's
you should
funny.
bring it back.
I don't know.
think
I don't think
we
I don't know
didn't
if
do
we-
that on the radio. I think you
Not
just
really.
did it. No, we didn't.
I
do
did it
that.
on my Instagram stories every Monday. I would do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. And I
Scarlett-
was shocked that people even watched, to be
Oh,
honest.
yeah, we did. Yes. But now Scarlett also says, Foreman, I'm disappointed that you are just getting into wrestling now. But better late than never. Dave, enjoy having strangers coming into your home for the home tour. Now that the podcast is longer, I have to listen to it in stages. My commute to work is not long enough, and by the time I am done work, it is time to listen to Forman on the radio.
Okay.
The decisions we have to make as an adult, but I still love listening to all of you. So
I had somebody
Yes.
else say
Oh.
that the podcast seems to be getting longer. I said, yeah, it's because we can't stop talking. You know,
We don't
we'll
stop
try
talking.
We'll try
Yeah.
to clean that up. We'll try.
Yeah,
to
we should.
Yeah.
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 do it less. Yeah.
Somebody, Mary Lou, sent us a message about bumper stickers.
Oh, yeah.
She said, I just listened to this episode yesterday, and today I saw too much shaggin', so I bought a wagon. I don't need to know any more about why they bought that.
I don't think we need to know that.
Well, speaking of which, Trudy said, I have a Deathly Hollow symbol sticker on my back windshield.
Okay.
And that's because I'm a Harry Potter fan, both
Right.
watching and reading.
We know.
Oh, wink, wink. Okay, I see what you did there,
Watching
Trudy.
Harry
Thank
Potter.
you.
We love that.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
We like that.
All
we
right.
do like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any more of those you want to go over?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, Jackie sent us a message saying, I just listened to the episode about Forman and his microwave, and I fucking howled laughing. We just sold our house a few weeks ago, and we left our microwave there. It matched the paneling in the basement and took up my entire counter.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I found the
How old
cookbook.
is it?
It must be
It
as old
probably
as my
works
mom's.
works like a charm too.
Oh, yeah, right. And she says, I found the cookbook that came with it, and it had a million recipes to cook things like potatoes, a Cornish hen, etc. in the microwave.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yes. I also had to train every single babysitter we ever had how to use it because it was so complicated to use. Now we've gotten to the point that we hardly use it, even the new one at the new house. No tinfoil hat here, but I totally
Okay.
understand where he's coming from. Yes,
Oh,
Jackie.
Okay. You got
I
somebody
don't-
else
I
on your side for me.
I still don't understand Forman. It doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense to me.
I don't know. Okay, I have a voice note here from Dutch, our friend Dutch.
Okay.
And so we'll just see what he says.
Hey, Dave, Rachel, and Forman, it's Dutch here. Your number 3 fan. The number 1, of course, is Forman's mom, and the second being Windsor. Well, who knew a horse could be ahead of me on the fan list? But hey, Forman, I know you're used to being the runner-up to Windsor, so hey, man, I know where you're coming from. So, hey, so I noticed you guys are coming up on your 100th episode. And you know what? I can't believe that listening to you three over and over again, cutting my grass at 6 p.m. on Saturday nights can make my grass cutting so much easier. I don't have to listen to my neighbors complaining or anything like that. So great job. So thanks. Anyway, moving on, which I bet you're happy about that. I am a member of the Kinsman Club of London, who run the only non-for-profit sugar bush in Canada. So, hey, we'd like to invite you, Dave, Rachel, and Forman, to come out to the Kinsman Fanshawe Sugar Bush on November 2nd, where the Kinsman Club could serve you our famous pancakes, our sausages, and, of course, our Canadian maple syrup. For a cost, of course, but I mean, hey, not to you guys, but for anybody that wants to come and join you two yahoos, hey, not me and Rachel, by the way, but, you know, maybe they want to come out and meet you and join the festivities. That would be absolutely awesome. So, hey, the London Kinsman would love if you decided to do your podcast from the Sugar Bush with your loyal fans. I know I'm one of them. I'm number 3. Can't move up any higher than that. But let me know if you wish to proceed, and we can make arrangements. And we'll let people know by social media, and I'm pretty sure you guys will too. Hey, guys, hope to see you, and hope you'll take up this offer. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay.
So Dutch is
Wow.
inviting. Yes, our 100th episode is coming up. Well, this is our 96th today. So 100th episode, and I hadn't considered ever doing a live show. I don't know if people are going to want to be there for that. I don't know. Would you come to a live show? Should we do a live show?
That's good. That is quite an offer, Dutch.
It's quite an offer.
Well,
yeah.
well.
We
So
have a venue.
the Kinsman
So-
Sugar Bush.
Yeah.
So 100th
Okay.
episode would be out Tuesday, November 5th.
Oh, really?
So we like Saturday
So he
the
said
2nd?
the Saturday before that. Yeah, that's what he suggested. We could record it on that day and have people come out and watch. They'll do breakfast. They said they got lots of maple syrup, and
Yes.
I think
Wow.
you'd have to buy the breakfast if you want to have it. But I don't know. What do you? I mean, should we do a live show? Are people going to want to see that?
I don't know.
We'll see. Okay.
You want to come?
I think we could. I think we could swing that and just see
We don't
how it
have
goes.
any. When we worked for a radio station, we had all kinds of equipment. It wasn't ours.
Yeah.
Somebody
we had
would
equipment,
cut-
and we had people who
somebody
did all
would
the
come out
planning.
and put all of that up for us, and we would
Yeah.
go, "Sure, we'll be there,"
Right.
because we were told to be there, and
yes.
we'll be there.
But it was a whole team of people that
Yes.
put on that stuff.
We don't have that team anymore.
We don't
so
have a team anymore.
Foreman,
so
are
this
you
will
going to be the team?
Well, I can find some stuff. Probably courtesy of Heart FM. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
We'll
well,
see. All
let's
right.
talk about that, and
we'll see if we
yeah.
can make this work.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to come? Saturday, November 2nd, Kinsman Sugar Bush, which is out by Fanshawe Conservation Area.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you come? Saturday the 2nd, midday sometime, I suppose.
We wouldn't charge you. There's
No.
no charge. I think if you want to buy the pancakes or whatever, then you have to buy those
Breakfast with the dud.
with the dud.
Yeah.
Duds.
Who wouldn't
Your
want
favorite
that?
duds. Yeah. Okay.
right.
Well, thank you, Dutch. We're going to talk about that.
Send us an expression of interest.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see whether we can.
Will
Yeah,
you
they
come?
don't-
How many are in your party?
Right. Yeah. We'll have to sort out the details for that.
Okay. Thanks,
Okay.
Dutch.
Thank you.